You're still watching Prime Morning. Now, I want you to join the conversation. So if you haven't, joined yet, or if you know somebody who is yet to join, pick up a phone and call the person to join right now, right now, right now. We actually serenaded you with a little bit of Daddy Lumba. Yeah, in Ethiopia. It's time for us to delve into relationship. What is going on? What is going on in relationship? There's a lot that's going on. Now, when we get into relationship conversations, we know that it's about every single person out there, because it could be about you, it could be about your mother, it could be about your friends, it could be about anybody. So we need you to be very attentive and also get interactive, sending your messages to us. Now, in relationships, usually the very first few months, we call the first 3 months as the nurturing month or the love blossom month. Okay, the first 3 months. And then after the first 3 months, you start seeing the person's negatives. But then you still don't see it all. The love is still there. You still receive the gifts. You still receive all the lovey-doveys and all of that. Then some people say after a year, things start changing. Others say after 5 years, things start changing. Others say after 10 years, things start changing. But for some, every year is a different thing altogether. The love every year is a different angle. I'm yet to hit 10 years to get to know about that side. But for those who have experienced it, those who are Safo Mami, who speak to people who experience it, are here to tell us exactly what it is. And this morning, we have the love doctor herself joining us via phone as well. I'm talking about the woman Akumaa Mama Zimbi, as she's joining us on phone. But in the studio, we also have Nana Ama, looking all beautiful this morning. Good morning, Nana Ama. How are you?
Good morning.
You look fantastic.
Roselyn, how do you do?
You know. I do you.
I do you to me.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome.
Yeah,
though.
thank you.
Great.
Thank you.
I want to start the conversation with Akumaa. She's joining us on phone. Hello, Akumaa.
Hello, Roselyn. Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm romantic, terrific, and lovely.
Oh, that's nice. How we wish you were here, but unfortunately, we know that you had a little bit of an emergency, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll still talk to you on phone. It's still fine.
Okay.
Akumaa, you have been married for more than 10 years. How many years?
I'm almost 30 years.
Akumaa.
Yes.
Mama Zimbi. Medase. How have you done it? How have you kept the love going for the last 30 years?
Thank you. Once again, good morning to our viewers, those listening all over the world. We are in the love, at the month of love, so let everything be more romantic and relaxing and more smoother. Okay, Roselyn, relationship, marriage journey is not an easy thing. It's a whole lot of work, and I heard you saying that some people in 3 months, 6 months, a year or two, things start changing.
Yeah.
For me, in every second, in our relationship line, love line, things change. So it takes a woman of substance, a man of substance, to always revive our love and relationship journey. It's a journey. And a lot lies on us, the women, because we're created special. Our senses, our features, the way we do things, the way we move things, the way we speak, walk, cook, dance, and everything. So, your eyes must open and see that is it a real thing that I said I loved and I'm going to be in there till all my life or till God calls me. And it happens to the men too. But if you want to close your eyes and listen a lot and start comparing your relationship marriage with friends, aunties, cousins, then you can never, ever revive or spark your love or marriage and relationship journey. And you take little things to make it so romantic and smooth. And people will say, or it is because your five senses are working. Your eyes, your nose, your ears, your lips, your hands, and even your food. Okay? So there are certain things you see you don't say, and others you have to say. And then when you want to say it, you say it to the rightful person. Yes. Marriage is just like the fingers. I will wrong you, you will wrong me. But you just let go or you keep it. And then your beauty and your handsomeness start fading off. Everything about marriage is very, very important. The way you talk, the way you dress, the way you cook, the way you kiss, the way you romance, the way you make love. It speaks. So from the beginning that we are all 1000% zo. No kids yet. I mean, nobody, no family member is worrying us. I mean, we are just to ourselves. Those things, you have to have a diary and be writing them. So that along the way, you'll be the queen in the house. You know, we are always the queen. But for respect, we tell them we are the king. So find a very good way of drawing him back. That darling, before we bath together. Once a while, we go for a walk. Once a while, you know, we do something. And these days, it's like the job has taken you. You're not asking me how I'm far with my business. Well, I mean, you know, before we started, my sorrow was your sorrow. My cry was your cry. What has come up? Because we, the women, we noticed earlier. So if you shut up and you decide to tell friends, it means it will never revive. You better leave and then go and stay alone. Because when you leave Kweku and you want to go to Kwame, or you leave AC and you want to go to Afia, it's frying pan to fire.
It's definitely frying pan to fire. Mama Zimbi, I'll definitely come back to you. Let me come to the studio and engage Nana Ama as well, Asafo Mami. The reason why you're here today is because you are Asafo Mami. You keep engaging, you know, more people who have been married for probably like 20 years, 30 years. They come to you and say, oh, Mame Pacho, Masemini, say. When we talk about even spark in marriage, what is really the spark that we are talking about that, you know, I need a spark to keep it going?
So when we talk about spark in marriage, it's normally, I believe that it is the romantic aspect of every marriage. So a marriage is meant to be a partnership between two people coming together and saying that we want to stick together and build our lives together to fulfill a certain purpose. So at the end of the day, sometimes when we get married, we get so caught up in the purpose that we forget that we are in it together. So recently I was chatting with my husband about a certain couple, and I mentioned that what has ceased towards their marriage is that they have lost interest in each other. So losing interest in each other makes you very myopic and selfish in looking at the purpose, but not looking sideways to see who you are going with towards that purpose.
When you say lost interest in each other, is it lost interest as in the beauty to them, they are not beautiful to each other anymore? Is it the sexual attraction? Is it communication? What is it?
So it is all round.
Okay,
it is all round. I lose interest in how you look. I lose interest in what you are doing. I'm losing interest in everything. That is when they start going out from the circle that we've created.
Right.
So what happens is that to bring that spark back, to bring that spark back, you would need to come back to find each other again. When you started before, how was it? What made you fall in love with me? And then when we start falling back in love with each other, then we come back to building the romance. And it is the romance that will increase our love. And now when it comes to romance, we ask ourselves, everybody has a love language. Everybody has a love language. We have those who love gifts. We like those who like attention. We have those who like words of affirmation. We have those who just want to spend time together. We like those. So every single person has a reason for choosing you. Roselyn, your husband chose you for a purpose.
I like gifts. He knows.
Yes. And then, no, he chose you for a purpose.
Yes.
And then
he knows I like
you also chose him for a purpose
because he gives the gift.
Yes. So now when you are coming to spark the marriage, the relationship or the romance, what do? You start giving gifts. Because then it starts releasing the love hormones in you.
Okay.
And you feel sweet in your head. You know, and so it's not, you can't give one strict rule that if we want to spark our romance, we need to spend time together. For all you know, that is not my love language.
Okay. So you need to study the love language.
You need to study the love language of your partner.
But let me come to Akumaa. Akumaa, love language, doesn't it change? You've been married for close to 30 years. Doesn't it change over the years?
We're growing. So, yes, while you grow, as you growing, your love language will change. If a person is into a lot of fondling or even licking or fingering or sucking, you know, age tells. You can get it going, but it won't be like, hello, Roselyn, are you there?
I am here.
Okay. It won't be like before. So you just need to be reminding yourself, okay? It can all be love making or little bit and pieces of it makes it together.
Right.
So understanding me, you see, if you know my sadness and you always make me happy not to go to that place, not to get sad, it always packs me. All right, it makes me more younger, more loving, and there we go. It's when you ignore. You see, and you are not being concerned for each other.
What gets them to ignore? Is it that they meet other people and so their attention shifts, or what?
Yes, if you're not sharp, their attention will certainly shift.
Okay.
Even in a church or in a bar. You see, so before your partner leaves home, make sure you check him or her from head to toe.
Okay.
And then the act of dressing should go. Not any tie, not any shirt, not any belt, not any, and with the women too.
So Akumaa, the checking, is it?
The very simple one.
Is the checking like, inspecting that, oh, you have this in your bag, you have this in your pocket? Is that the checking you're talking about?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like the outfit.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay. And then even in the bag, have you taken your hand sanitizer? Have you taken your mask spray? After lunch, maybe some onions or garlic is in the food. You need to spray your mask. That person knows you care.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sweetheart, this tie is so beautiful or handsome on you, but I think this color will match. And then it sets up the morning. It packs the morning. So when you, your husband, or you get to the office and everybody's married, then you come back into the mind and say, wow, I've got a wonderful husband. I've got a romantic wife. You understand it?
Yeah.
So our day-to-day activities, we should be there for each other. Right. Even if they have a canteen, make sure some smoothie or something about you should always go with your husband or your wife.
So one thing that, I'm coming to the studio with Nana Ama, but you at home can send your messages to us, though. So send your messages. Let's get interactive. How are you keeping the spark in your relationship? Let's hear from you this morning. If you're also having a problem with keeping the spark, still send us a message and let's see what we can do about that. But, as humans as we are, one thing I always say is, how much more, humans.
Yeah.
Somebody you haven't known for probably, 20-something years, and all of a sudden you meet the person. The person is formed. It's not formative years. The person is formed.
Yeah.
So you get your differences. In these differences, how do you still keep the spark going?
Communication is key. Communication is key. You had a great night with your husband, and you compliment him. You always have to communicate how you feel in a very respectful manner, in the sense that even though we've been formed already, now we are being knitted together as one. And that's what the Bible says. Marriage is being knitted together as one. And so in we knitting together, we need to communicate. Oh, go left, go right. I want it this way. This thing that you did, I really like it. This thing that you did, I didn't like it. It's a matter of us communicating. And when you realize that your spark is going down, you communicate to your husband. You tell him, I think nowadays there's a problem. I think there's something. You don't do it when you guys are fighting. You do it when everything is relaxed so that he hears you. But when you are fighting, you know, we are trying to exchange words. We are trying to. So it's just a matter of us sitting down to communicate. And then we stick to what we have planned, especially if it is practical. So we just have to be practical about it. We can decide to say, okay, once a month we'll go out.
Okay.
We'll leave the kids and then we'll go out. We can say every 3 months we'll take a weekend away from home. Sometimes monetary is not possible. I mean, when we talk about the present economic situation, it might not be possible. But you can send your kids to a friend or a family who can help out, your mother, your father, your sister, or somebody, and then the two of you can stay together. Spending a day together is not much, technically. You can walk to a beach, walk by the beach side, talk about life, talk about each other, and come back home without the kids. Sometimes the kids become a distraction.
Right.
You know, sometimes the jobs that we do, our bosses take over. And then we are all caught up in other things, and then we forget about ourselves.
Becoming a distraction, you know, is another thing. It's one of the biggest ways of losing the spark.
Yes.
Because especially for the woman, you are so tired the whole day. You get home and Akumaa, this is for you. You get home, you are tired. You've gone to work. You know, come back. You are making sure there's lunch, there's dinner and everything. So everything has changed from when there were no kids to now there are kids. What do you do?
Ooh, that is why both of you need to have a language. Okay? When I'm tired and I get home, they all know when I get home and I leave my bag around the hall and I sit in the sofa and I just put my hair relaxing. They know, Mom, see that is so tired. Let me help her to the bedroom so that she can take a shower. The moment I do the shower, my energy comes back.
Okay.
And whatever I have to do, I will do.
Okay.
Everything. I will do it, baby.
Okay.
It's the energy for me. Okay. So it's really be there for each other. That is why it is good to steadily know each other more before you get into the marriage. Because that person could be like a hypocrite trying to, oh, I know you're tired, but and your detail. I hope you understand. Saying it for saying sake.
But what if you are genuinely tired?
If I have to do something, then you tell me, sweetheart, I'm just doing something at the hall, but I'll be with you. And I know, even if you don't come back, I know you've given me energy by saying, I'll come back and check on you. All right? So everything that we say to each other, we must make sure that we do it. Not saying it and forgetting about it. You know, women, we have that. When you tell me you buy this for me, you have to buy. No excuses. All right? So we need to be real, crystal to each other. And as for the intimacy or lovemaking, my dear lovely sister was talking about, you got to be real. If you don't know how to do it, just tell him, I don't know how to do this, teach me. Oh, thank you so much for teaching me how to do the kiss. I couldn't kiss for even 5 minutes. You know, the sweetness of the pudding is in the eating. And after a month of love, let's praise each other, like she said.
Okay.
We shouldn't be sorry about it. When it comes to intimacy, we are all, majority people are hypocrites. If she's not good, tell her you didn't do well. Sweetheart, you didn't do well at all. You started good, but what happened? If there's a smell, let him or her know. All the way under the balls, into the vagina, your mouth, armpit, under the breast, let he or her know it's the two of you. You naked. Roselyn.
Akumaa!
I'm trying to be disciplined this morning.
I know, right? Let me come back to Nana Ama.
You can't stop the move.
Yeah, I know. Nana Ama, intimacy at a point in time, as much as we talk about intimacy, but at a point in time, you become like friends.
Yeah.
And so, yes, you will do it, but it might not be the main spark.
Yeah.
What are the main sparks that can keep you going aside intimacy? You've spoken about love language, but what else?
There is none.
There's none. So these are the things that you need to know.
Because what I'm saying there is none is, God being so wise, gave women our biological cycle. And we have to also consider that as women. And I always tell couples that come for counseling that the most important thing you can do for your wife or your husband is to learn the anatomy of the body.
Okay.
Okay. To know what makes a woman body tick and know what makes a man body tick. Because at the end of the day, it's the two of you. And if you don't know the general knowledge that you have to know, how do you perform well? Because you can be selfish in that intimacy. You can forget about whoever you are doing it with. Just move on and satisfy yourself and you're up.
Yep.
But you have to learn how to do it. And one of the ways, that is what God created for us. That was a gift to marriage, because apart from that intimacy side, then we might as well just be friends walking outside enjoying each other's company and stuff like that. But the only thing that the man and the woman in the marriage have in common is the intimacy. Marriage is intimacy. You can't go anywhere without it. So apart from that, I don't know what else
you can do.
The spark. That is why you need to make that place holy. And so that's why when we say something is holy, it means it's consecrated.
Right.
Okay? So you need to respect that. You need to guard that. You need to put in effort to improve yourself and make it better. And enjoy it. Enjoy each other. That is what makes it intimate. And most of the time, check. Those that don't have great intimacy in their privacy, it shows outside.
Really?
The least thing they are angry. There is no understanding. There is dryness. Because I see intimacy like worship.
Okay. Hey. Wow. Okay. Take us to church,
I see intimacy as worship.
Okay.
How do you worship God? When you worship God, you fall in love with him more. Do you get it? So I'm singing songs to him. I'm adoring him. I'm lifting him up. I'm magnifying him. I'm enjoying that presence. It can be with instruments. It can be so in the same way. When you are building your intimacy with your husband, see it as worship. See it as a time that I am with you, that we are enjoying each other. So we have the normal things that we do. We go out, we talk, we have interest in each other's business. All in that to drive intimacy into our secret place or into our privacy. So we enjoy each other. Apart from that, there is nothing else. There is nothing else, Roselyn. Nothing.
That will keep the spark going.
Oh my God. It's like
not even the love language.
It's like petrol.
Really?
It's like petrol with matches. It's so easy. Women fall in love with somebody who is able to understand their anatomy and get it up. Why do you think a woman will cheat on their husband? Seriously, sincerely. Is it what is it? For women, like what is it? For men, it can be their biology, but for us, what makes it what makes us, because the person is showing more care, more understanding, then we translate it in, he will really be good. He will really be good in that affair. Then we start saying, I want to see how well he is. He's well built. I want to see how well it is. And then we fall in that. So at the end of the day, it's just the intimacy. And men,
But
Ghanaian men have to try and be intimate.
they are not.
They are not.
Akumaa, this is your field.
Yes.
Are Ghanaian men intimate?
They are not.
Say that again.
Are
I'm
Ghanaian-
enjoying Nana Ama Papa. Oh my God! Indeed. You know, I'm listening to your question.
Yeah, she said Ghanaian men should try to be more intimate. Are Ghanaian men not intimate enough?
Oh, 70% are not.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I'm telling you, because the issues that comes to me or down my soul, and I keep counseling people, it's like, he's a self-concerned person. So when they are done, you're done. But indeed, intimacy is worship.
Intimacy, yeah.
Majesty. When I hold your day, you are my Lord and God. Oh, this is sweet. You see, so you have to adore the body. Look into your wife's eyes and then start saying, what a vagina you have. Ah, God is good. You know, so you take the time, you know, you see when you have a newborn baby, you see the way you worship the baby, you take care, you don't want anything to go wrong. That is how our intimacy should be.
Okay. Now, Akumaa, what about, you know, for those that their love language is more for money? Will that not also keep the spark going?
It will not work.
Oh, it's one.
If your love language, your love gun, your love food is money, then you don't get anywhere. Because money is not everything. I know people who have lived and still married for 40 years. Do you know what they do? Do you know what the woman do? She sells cocoa. And then the man, he sells tickets. I mean, at the lorry station.
Okay.
Yes. And they've been there for years.
Right.
What is that? Is it money? No. Understanding, respect, appreciating the little we have. Working hard to take our kids to school. And they will let us enjoy more. So money is not everything. People go and look for loans, go and borrow, and come and do those big engagements and, you know, what weddings. And after that, you go to a single room self-contained. And then when you tell the woman to go for a bath, she says, no, my friends will laugh at me. You come for me, come and pick me from the office. You do this, you do that for me. You take me out with my friends. We need to be crystal. Yes, money is good. But when it's yours, you know how to manage it. So don't go and borrow and bring to relationships. It's a huge problem.
It kills the spark.
Stop. And so those who want to go, they will then rely on your friends. And that's where you see your friends, you know, making love with your wife. And, you know, it's like, oh, let's say she comes. He's nice. Anytime your friend comes home, your wife is happy. And your wife will be even serving him more than you. You should know there's some dark spots happening somewhere. It's not a brighter light. It's dark.
Dark, eh?
You will not see.
So you know.
But I think you realize you are cute, and then your friend will enjoy your woman, your wife.
You know, there are people, I've heard stories of, you know, some women who tell their husbands that if you want intimacy, pay me before.
Oh, yes, a lot. They say it a lot.
Yeah, they do, right?
But that is when she's asking you, you are not looking after her. When she asks any money, you give excuses. And she knows that she definitely gets you when it comes to intimacy. And she knows the reason why she's doing that. I'm not saying it's good though, but through Odawa Masuda is 24 years.
Yeah.
We get this issues, and then when you dive deep into it, they'll tell you, Akumaa Mama is for family and friends.
But is that not a form of also killing the spark on the man's side? Because you want to keep the relationship going. But this is you asking for money in return for intimacy.
Yes, definitely. Maybe the first day you do it, but when he continues, you say, hey, why did I marry you for?
Yeah.
You see? So a wise woman will one day, that's advice I gave the woman, sit you down and tell you, Carmen, I am not telling myself to you. It's just that your attention and me as children. When was the last time you gave me money to go and buy things that I need? You see? So it comes back also to the communication, how you see it and how you communicate it to him or her. And then both will step up and things will start to be rosy again. Not Roselyn.
Nana, let me bring the same question to you.
So I would want to say that the man and the woman or the married couple have to learn how to be vulnerable to each other. When it comes to the woman, you have to let your man feel like he's the superhero in the house. He's the one who will save you. He's your knight in shining armor. And when it comes to the woman, when it comes to the man has to let the woman feel that care. And when it comes to, that care, that love, I have a protector, I have somebody who will help me. And the woman has to let the man feel like the superhero. You have to be vulnerable. That's another thing, another way to bring the spark. Vulnerability.
As a woman
and a man. Both. The men also have to be vulnerable to their... There's nothing wrong if you're a man and you had a bad day at work. You come home and you tell your wife about it. It doesn't stop you from being seen as the macho man in the house. You feel like crying. Come, cry on your wife. In fact, it will even make us have more love for you, that a man is so sweet, he can't cry, you know. And we being vulnerable to each other, that this is how we are, this is where we are, this is who I am, this is who you are. It brings that spark. It makes us lose our guard around each other, that it can even translate to the bedroom, that at the end of the day, because we are vulnerable, if I'm feeling good about what you are doing, I will feel free and let you know that it is good. And if it is bad, I'll tell you it is not really good. You know,
men and their ego saying is good, is not good. That is another thing. But producer is giving me the opportunity to open the phone lines for you at home to join, because we know this conversation. You are itching to join. Don't worry at all. The phone line is on the screen. The number is activated. Call us now. Join the conversation. We are talking about how to keep the spark going after 10 years of marriage. Sometimes you might not even be 10 years. It might be like 3 years, but the spark is gone. You know, sometimes 5 years. Sometimes even a year. The spark can die.
And I think unforgiveness to his part somewhere.
Oh, right.
My husband has said something. I can never forget this, and I can never forgive him. My wife have done this. I can never forgive her. I know a couple that the wife found solace in somebody else, not in a romantic way, but there was an issue in the marriage. So she went to work one day, spoke to a friend, and the friend was very, very helpful. And the friend was helping her through that issue. And then they started sending each other texts, WhatsApp. They were WhatsApping up and down and stuff like that. The husband found out and the husband got angry. Up till now, 5 years down the line, it's still something that is hanging in the marriage. And so being vulnerable, it comes back to being vulnerable to each other. You can sin, I can sin. You can make mistakes, I can make mistakes. So if you make your mistake, I should just forgive you, because I'm not God. I can always sin. So when I forgive you, in turn, you can forgive me. But you know the perfectionist mindset, I can never sin. Then one day you realize that you are the worst. So we should just learn how to forgive each other and then move on.
That's one thing, the forgiveness bit, where we struggle to forgive, we struggle to keep the spark going. Because if you can't forgive, then like what Akumaa is saying all this while becomes a waste. But Akumaa, how do I tell my partner I don't like something? Because you see, men have ego. And it's not just an ego, it's a huge ego, a very big ego. So how do we do it?
Oh, yes, that's why you need to be massaging him every time. You see, you know he is wrong, but tell him, sweetheart, I did, just calm down. And then in his very good mood, sweetheart, last time, I think it was, I mean, when he's trying, you see, you will see, when there's a fire, before it gets up, you see the smoke. All right? So give him all the respect, and at the appropriate time, let him know what he's doing is not the right thing. You see, like when you just keep quiet. Nana Ama was saying something. See, there was this woman who every time the husband will come home, not every time, like every 3 months or 2 months, this man will come in crying and doing everything. You know, like he said, when they are crying, it's like they are sons. So we put them at a bag and then put their breast into their mouth and they are just cool. And then money will be given out. Do you know that every time that a girlfriend asks him money and he hasn't gotten the money, he comes to the wife to take the money for the girlfriend?
Oh, wow.
Yes. Yes, Roselyn. And then they open a beautiful shop. This man went in, and that lady was the cousin's friend. So the one gets there, go for his lunch. One day, this cousin and this man said big up and was being feeded.
Wow.
Hey, and I said, Macy, yes, okay, this is the man I was talking about. He made this shop for me. He did this, he did that. The cousin couldn't hold it. Ran straight to go and inform the wife. So about what Nana Ama said, I'm saying that yes, some of them, they are trying to be real and crystal. Others too, because they know the woman has it and his heart is tough. I mean, she's a giver. It's not all cry that you should give out to. Honestly, I'm telling you, it's not all cry that you should give out. The basic thing is, if you don't forgive, think about how many things do you do in a day?
Yeah.
God forgives us. So try and forgive your partner and help that person not to go back to that friend again. There's an issue we are sorting out now. First time they were married, in 2 years, the woman realized the man has 2 kids. The man has 2 kids. She
Without
took them.
telling her?
Yes. She took them. I was the master of ceremony, so I gave another counseling. So I said, no problem. If the kids have come, that is it. Do you know, just, we are in February. January 15th, the man came home with another twin.
Wow.
Yes. So human beings, I dived out to check and see that guy's father married 7 women.
Oh my goodness. But you see, Akumaa, somebody like that, definitely the spark on the woman's side is going to die.
Yeah.
So how do you revamp it?
So yes, with this one, how would you do it?
Yeah.
Should you say that you only have a child though, and then this man has brought in 4, not with the same woman, but different women. So you have 2 rivals. How will you have your lifeline will die totally?
So what do you do?
Oh, I was part of the advisors. I told her to take it to go shop. It will not help her. She's young. She's too young. And this guy is 10 years older than she. You understand?
Yeah.
And the kids he's bringing home are older than her son. Again,
Wow.
one business, your own business, where they are saying your own. Maybe if there's any property that she doesn't know, then I also don't know.
Yeah.
But what they know is what I've said.
Wow. I mean, this has killed the spark. Is there anything like...
Killed it.
Yeah, it's killed it. I don't know how it's going to resurrect again.
At 5 a.m., the woman called me. She woke me up. Akumaa, you see, when I talk about it, he said it will be fine. Since yesterday, he just came.
We're twins.
No, I mean, he just, when he went to work, the guy had just returned. So I told her to keep her cool. I'm not in town. When I come, I'll see her.
Oh, wow. Let me come to Nana Ama.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what we see. We see. And this man we are talking about is the girl's classmate.
That's sad.
University.
Let me come to Nana Ama. Nana Ama, I mean, a situation like this, like I said, the spark is dead. You know, sometimes like the fire is dying. When you blow it like this, it will come up again.
Yeah.
But the spark is dead.
Oh.
How are you going to resurrect it? Is it resurrectable?
Yes, it is.
It is?
Yes, it is. It is, but it depends on the woman. Is she ready to continue, or she's ready to back out and say, I can't handle this anymore? You know, it will definitely be dependent on the woman. It's her decision to make. We can't make that decision for her.
Nana Ama, the lady is 28 years old. So let's put the age also into perspective, please. Sorry to cut in.
She's quite young.
Yeah, she's 28 years old.
She's
so
young.
Let's put the age in context. So
Again, it depends on her.
Okay.
Why I'm saying this is that 28 years, she's still young. Two sides of it. She can decide to go left. She can decide to go she can decide to leave or remain.
You remain with a man coming home all the time with children.
With children, yes. And you are ready to bear that cost. You are ready to bear that emotional stress. You are ready to bear everything.
But but there's no spark. You are just bearing.
Yes.
I mean,
So it depends. It depends on her. She's too young, but it depends on her.
Yeah, because there's no spark. I mean, how?
Who said there's no spark? Why you say there's no spark? Because it depends on, everybody has a threshold for holding things.
Okay.
What will make me angry is not what will make you angry. What I can accommodate is not what you can accommodate. So at the end of the day, that's what I'm saying, is dependent on her. For all you know, she still loves her husband, and she
gone. It's gone. She told me.
Oh, she said it's gone.
This morning, I said she woke me up. She won't. You know, the guy is 38 and she's 28, 10 years difference.
No, maybe she said it in the situation that she is in now.
But Nana Ama,
you know, we can't tell it. We can't. No.
Nana Ama, in the marriage that you have 4, stepchildren coming in.
At 28 years.
But she also needs to be alive.
Yes. So again, it depends on her. If she's able to, if she can accommodate it, fine.
I think this is
if she can't accommodate it, then she should just go out instead of remaining in the marriage.
Because this one, if she says she can't accommodate it, then the spark there, it is dead.
Yes.
It's dead, totally.
Wow. It depends. I always say it depends. Because if maybe this is the last batch of children he has brought in, and you talk to him and he has totally repented and whatever it is, he decides to, will you take him back?
Anyway, Akumaa,
yes.
How I wish you were in the studio. I've said it again, but unfortunately, we want you to give us your final take before you go. What advice you give to people out there to keep the spark going? Because you have been married for close to 30 years.
Yes. I'm still in it because we took time to know each other. We understand each other. We also forgive. All right? We are not looking at anybody's married life to match our own. Okay? So these days, a lot of ladies are looking for a bit that golden spoon feeding. Most of them don't want to work hard, and the guys do the same. So she will hit you, and then leave you to go and marry somebody or a fieba. And then that is where the broken hearts and curses and, social media, a lot of hula balloons are happening. But you have to always ask God that this woman that has come into my life, this man that has come into my life, God, is it the rightful person for me? Did you use my rib to mold this woman? Father, let me know him more, let me know her more. Let there be love and understanding between us. Reveal her to me, reveal him to me. And our God is not a deceiving God. When we ask from God, all other things are given to us.
Right. Akumaa,
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We are very
Thank you,
grateful.
Frida.
We don't know your husband, though. You've been hiding him from us.
Of course. What is it going to do for you? And that's yours.
Have a good day, Akumaa. Nana, your final words before we go quickly.
Yes, so to bring back the spark, you need to learn your love language. You need to be vulnerable with each other, and you need to be ready to learn. You need to be ready to bring that spark back. That's all that we are saying.
All right, so try as much as possible to learn your love languages. Like Akumaa also said, ask God to let you know your partner more and more. This has been all that we can bring to you this morning. I know we have a lot of messages we couldn't read. We are super sorry. I will try and do that tomorrow. It's been a fantastic morning, I must say. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Roselyn Felli. I didn't do this alone. I did this with a man, K to the M to the J. Enjoy the rest of your day. And Nana Ama, thank you so much for being here.
Always.
Bye.